The Witcher, the epic fantasy containing magic, monsters, and equally complex characters that have intertwined destinies, all the good stuff is coming back to the screen, and the show is predicted to only get better, as it should, because it's one of the few fantasy stories that delves deep into the character's emotions and psyche. In this video, we'll tell you how The Witcher is making history with its storytelling and other Season 2 news and theories. It also looks like the Season 2 premiere date has been announced by Netflix. Stay tuned to find out when you can watch the series. The Witcher is not your average fantasy show. Although the series checks off all the requirements of a typical show that involves magic, a pseudo-medieval setting brimming with dark creatures, with bulky warriors carrying shiny swords, and a pretty blonde girl playing the damsel in distress, similarities really end there, because the show takes a tangent from all the conventional routes. What sets it apart from other big fantasy names is the emotional richness that the characters have. The whole crew, from our main lead Geralt, a monster hunter who attained superhuman abilities as a result of a series of mutations in his childhood, to Triss Marigold, who develops an unrequited crush on the star of the story and uses her magic to sway him, contain multitudes that one does not see coming. These complex layers every character contains are peeled off as the show progresses. More on that later in the video. There's also a stark contrast from the original series that initially existed in book form. In the books, we meet Cirilla, a heir to the throne of Sintra and a witcher in the making, and the powerful sorceress Yennefer through Geralt, whose world development is given the priority. Showrunner Lauren Schmidt-Herrich felt that this seemed unfair to the women who, no matter how important their story was, felt like side characters. She therefore put great stress on showing each character's individual self and life story first, and then leaking them to each other. So it was not just Geralt carrying the weight of the entire story from the beginning. She was pretty successful in changing the lens which everyone is viewed, making the show more inclusive. Geralt, the main lead, is also not your typical lead that symbolizes toxic masculinity and is blunt in every interaction with others. Hisrak, as well as Henry Cavill, who plays Geralt, put great effort into creating a three-dimensional character with hidden depths not revealed to everyone in the beginning. In Season 1, Cavill remarks, "Geralt did not get to portray his intellectual side because of the lack of dialogues, which the books were able to convey well. Instead, he just had to make quick choices, which in a way showed that he had a particular way of doing things, but did not reveal much of his personality." Cavill believes that Season 2 will shine a light on the layers that Geralt always had, such as his wiseness. Geralt was not just as good, pure man trying to do his best, but someone who inherently was good at judgment, as well as his softness, something that's not often seen on screen. We even see an example of this in the trailer of Season 2, where Geralt is seen having a sweet banter with fellow Brethren. It may not be far from the truth of the fact that Cavill, being a huge fan of the books as well as the games himself, helped him translate his character well into the shows. So what can you expect in Season 2? Creator of the show describes Season 1 as them setting out on all the pieces of a chessboard, which means we're in for a treat that is on par with the Chess World Championship taking place currently. Well, maybe just a tinge less interesting than that. Only a bit though. Season 2 introduces a lot of new elves and a certain powerful mage that fans of the book series are keenly waiting for, Philippa, as well as other parts of the continent not yet delved into. Most importantly, Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer will finally get to share the screen. Expect a whole load of family dynamics, as well as more politics and more magic. Hisrak also promised a lot of thrilling twists that even diehard fans of the series will be surprised to see. Geralt and Ciri. These two spent a whole season searching for each other, and the final episode finally shows them embracing together, as destiny intended it to be. But that does not mean that the father-daughter duo will be able to escape the contradicting nature of life, although they are father and daughter as decided by the law of surprise, which, in simple words, is the reward someone is owed for saving one's life. They are essentially strangers, and so a huge part of this series will be them learning to trust each other. Ciri has a lot of secrets and even more trust issues, so it's definitely understandable that she would not confess everything at once. Cavill revealed that his character's approach to gaining her trust will be to give her the space and agency that she has lacked for most of her life. Since she's been running from death in the literal sense for the past few months, Cavill believes that she would need anything but an inquisitor. It'll be interesting to see the trust between them wax and wane, because it is true that at some point Geralt becomes the person she trusts most in life. Yennefer. Season 2 to Yen will also include include a full exploration of her character amongst the many others. She'll come to terms with a lot of things and change her perspective on a few. Anya Chalotra, who plays Yennefer, hinted that we will go deeper into her mind than ever before. But what the fans will love is her interacting past with Siri. Siri's journey and her portrayal by actress Freya Allens is Chalotra's favorite part of the series, so it was no wonder she believes that. Geralt, Siri, and Yennefer. We felt like the dysfunctional family deserves a category of its own. The found family trope is what the creator Hesrich believes she knows best, so she has played around with the dynamics a lot, which will be fun to watch, especially considering that Geralt thinks that Yen is dead. Hesrich also pitched forward intriguing questions. What does it mean to be a family member to someone who you're not related by blood? And what does it mean to forge forward and start a new branch in your life? That really makes the gears in your mind turn and is also something the series answers. Fan theories. The almost year-long waiting for the new season meant a ton of theories, some that deserve a book of their own. Let's dive into some of the most popular ones. The Witcher and Game of Thrones cousins? Princess Ciri had a small role in season 1, which is certainly intended to change in the upcoming seasons. In that span of time, Ciri made a prophecy that goes, "Verily I say unto you, the era of the sword and the axe is nigh, the era of the wolf's blizzard. The time of the white chill and the white light is nigh, the time of madness and the time of contempt." Apparently, this was not all, because in the books, the prophecy goes much longer. It continues, "Tedriach, the time of end. The world will die amidst frost and be reborn with a new sun. It'll be reborn by elder blood, of Hen Eicher, of the seed that has been sown, a seed which will not sprout, but burst into flame." In other words, it's hinted that winter is coming. Does that ring a bell? This really is a parallel between The Witcher and the Game of Thrones, the global phenomenon. Fans believe that The Witcher will continue to incorporate the season-related similarities, which really will be a sight for sore eyes. Yennefer of Venderberg, or a Witcher in hiding. This absurd fan theory has been directly acknowledged by the creator of the series, Hesrich herself, and according to her, it doesn't make sense. The theory goes that Yennefer might have spent a part of her life as a Witcher herself. The reasoning behind it is simply her deep connection with Geralt, although it is really not necessary for them to both be Witchers to share a bond. Other reasons include her remarkable powers, for which an explanation already exists. Hesrich believes that season 1 documented much of Yennefer's life, including her academy years and the battle at Soden Hill, and suggesting that she went through all of that and hid her Witcher traits was a stretch. There is also the fact that Witchers are historically male. Fans still remain attached to this hypothesis. So, when can I watch it? So without further ado, let us tell you the launch date for new episodes of The Witcher. Netflix came out with a trailer for season 2 on October 29, featuring Geralt of Rivia and the one and only Princess Cirilia of Sintra, among many others, where, along with at Netflix's first ever WitcherCon, a special event organized for fans of the games, comics, TV series, and anime film Nightmare of the Wolf. It was announced that the release date is December 17, 2021, so about 2 weeks from now. We don't think we can hold out for any longer. Destiny truly is a beast. That's all we have for you guys today. What are you looking forward to the most? Tell us in the comments down below. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to hear more from us. Bye.